Okay, well, thank you for taking time to be on the call of the top 10 questions on becoming an Origami Owl Designer or Owlette. I'm super excited. My name is Tina Hendrickson. I'm a senior team leader with Origami Owl, and sometimes I do the call with my mentor, Karen Homan. She is a director, so she may get on the call and answer some questions as well. So let's get started. So the number one question that people have about the Origami Owl business is, how much is it to get started? Well, first of all, it's $149 plus the tax and shipping. Now this is a value of $650 in products, but not just products you receive above the $650, you also receive business supplies. So you'll receive catalogs, tray to hold your charms, tweezers, some little votives to hold them in for a jewelry bar. It is a great basic kit. There's lockets, chains, bracelets, earrings. There's a very good sample in there. The thing that I love about it, this is our current package. Now they're just now, we just came back from National Convention in Chicago, and there are some new items that will be put inside of the kit. So this may change a little bit to add some of the new items, but you get a huge variety. You get over 60 assorted charms, and you get locket bases as well as twist bases. Some of the plates, dangles, bracelets. But like I said, in addition to that, you get tools for success, which will help you really get a great start to your business. I have many designers that just use this basic package kit, and they take orders at their jewelry bars, and they do fine with their jewelry bars. You don't have to have tons of jewelry in your inventory to do this business, which is such a nice complement to this business. Now, the second question that people ask is, how many hours do you work your business? Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, you can work as little as you want or as much as you want. Part-time is usually 10 to 15 hours a month. And that's what a lot of my owlettes do in the business. They'll work a couple times a month to go ahead and make the same amount that people we know that work full-time and go to school. So you can decide what you want to do. It's totally up to you. You can work your busy schedule around your school schedule. You can work it around your work schedule, as well as family and your faith schedule. What's nice about it is, even with working just 20 hours a month, it's very profitable, like I said, as much as some people that work 40-hour jobs. Most of the jewelry bars take 2 to 3 hours, so it's like 2 hours for the event, give or take, and then usually an hour to put the orders in and to then if you deliver them or you assemble them at all. Now the third question that people ask, is there a minimum that I have to order to be active? Well, there is a minimum, but it's very minimal. It is $250 for every 6 months. So the way we break that down is, if you take the $250 divided by the 6 months, that's about $41.67 a month, $41.67 a month that you would have to have in personal volume, which is the wholesale amount in orders if you broke it down. Now you could do one event that would last more than the 6 months, obviously, to keep you active. Now, of course, leadership has different minimums for different levels, but again, it's very doable, and many of my owlettes do way more above this $250 minimal. They usually do that in a month or higher in a month. The number 4 question that people ask is, are we saturated? Is Origami Owl saturated in the areas that we live? Well, currently we have 60,000 plus designers. So if you take those and you divide it by the 50 states, that's approximately 1,200 designers per state. That's just an average. The other thing is, I tell people that we are not saturated, because if you just look at your phone book, and I'm talking like the old-fashioned phone book that gets delivered to your house, if you look at that and you pulled one page out and you called everybody on that list, that one single page, I guarantee you, you would have more people that tell you they've never heard of Origami Owl than the people that have. So we always say that there are plenty of necks to go around, because when I go around at different stores or restaurants, I'm always constantly looking at people's jewelry on their necks, their ears, and their arms, and I can see plenty that do not have any Origami Owl jewelry on them. Okay, you are going to be saturated if you don't get past your family and friends. That's a given. So we instantly want to train you how to reach out to different people and make new friends. Now, the other thing is to be on the ground floor in any company, the first 150,000 people are usually the ground floor level. And you can see that we're way below that number. Now, the number 5 question that we hear is, how will I learn everything I need to know? Well, let me tell you that first of all, when you sign on with Origami Owl, you will have a mentor. And for example, if someone signed under me, I would be their mentor. So you would have training from your mentor. You would have webinars like this, live webinars that we train on. So it doesn't matter what state or city you live in, we can keep in contact via computer. There are also webinars given by the Nest, our home office. They have one tonight recapping the convention from Chicago. The other thing we offer is in the back office of our training. It's called the O2 Academy, and there's tons of training there. There's videos, PDF files, ideas on script to talk to customers, hostesses, and other designers. We also have local and area meetings. Our next local meeting is going to be August 11th in Lake Mary. And that is wonderful because we can meet and see people that have been to convention, and we can share with the people that did not attend what we learned and what we were trained on. We usually have local meetings that are monthly, and sometimes those webinars are done on a weekly basis. Now, our conferences is what I just talked about. We were in Chicago. They already set the date for the next conference and where it's going to be, and we're so excited. It's going to be in Orlando next August August 2nd to the 6th of 2016. We're super excited to share that and to have as many people from Florida attend, obviously. We also have Facebook pages that we train and we share ideas and different locket ideas, as well as different training that we do on our pages. We can constantly ask questions and answer them on those pages. Now, the O2 Lounge is more training in the back office and different things that the Nest actually provides for us. So the number 6 question is, what if I become a designer and I decide I like being a customer better? Well, the picture on the right is our Hostess Exclusive that's going on currently until August. Let me just tell you, being a hostess, being a customer is just as wonderful as being a designer. The difference is you will make money being a designer. So we always just like to emphasize that. Don't worry, it's a win-win either way. We are excited to have you as a customer, a hostess, or a designer. You have product at designer cost for yourself that you can use, or you can give it as gifts. So we tell people to shop from their own store and make money as well as giving great gifts. You can still be a great hostess and receive free jewelry like the sheet here on the right shows. Definitely a win-win. And we just have to say that you do not lose in this at all, and neither do we. Our friendship and our relationships are a lot more stronger and more important to us than just having team members. So the number 7 question is, who will I invite? Well, let me give you some ideas and help you brainstorm. Who do you know? Let's think a little bit about that. How about people at your work or school, people in your community? How about the daycare that you use or your family uses, or that you did use, or maybe you attended? How about the Mom's Day Out program? Well, there's a lot of those that are going on now during the summer to get kids out with their moms. So this is a great time to meet up with people. How about the APT or the PTA at your school? This I love, fundraising events. We're always looking for different fundraising events we can attend as Origami Owl designers to go ahead and bless other people, pay it forward and give them part of our commission and help with their fundraising. Of course, you can go through clubs, sports, and programs. There's dance, Cub Scouts. There's a little bit of everything. You can start to brainstorm what you're involved in, and that's the best part, is that you already start with the context that you know. And we help you with that and help you think of ideas. You can also use the Frank list, which is friends, relatives, associates, neighbors, and kids. One of the things that I really am strong in and that I believe in is our Owlette program. And we try to reach out to clubs, sports, churches, the fundraising, events, and more. I currently have had 6 different Owlettes join my team, and 4 of them are really strong and still striving and working hard. It's been amazing to watch these girls grow, to be more confident in front of, speaking in front of people, as well as just really saving some money, making money, saving money, and having fun with their money. It's been a wonderful experience. So what is our story? Well, Bella Weems, this girl here in the purplish blue shirt, was 14 when she started Origami Owl. We are a 4-year-old company, and I'm going to tell you a little background on Bella. She wanted her parents to buy her a car when she turned 16. So they said, well, honey, you're going to have to work for it. So she started a babysit. After 3 months, she had $350. Her parents matched the money. And they said, we want to go and start a business for you and not just purchase her a car. So she came up with the locket idea and started showing some friends and family. They did some little boutiques, and they went to some fairs and some craft shows and did things like that to get the word out. Well, then someone said, well, can your daughter bring her stuff over and show my friends? I'll have some friends over. So the first jewelry bar was started 4 years ago. And when Bella's mom, Chrissy, came to pick her up at her house 2 hours later, she said, how did it go, honey? She says, Mom, I have $1,600 in sales. These people want all these lockets. They're so excited to tell their story. So it was a fun way to get started and to share the opportunity to other people and the hostess opportunity. So then people started saying, oh my gosh, Bella, I want to do what you're doing. So many different questions came up. Many people were asking how to purchase, how to sell it, how to have the jewelry bars in their homes. And so then they went and they had in 2010 on Black Friday, they actually opened up a kiosk at the Arizona Mall with the help of her aunt from one side and her uncle from the other, who invested $3,500 each to go ahead and pay for the first month's rent on that kiosk. $7,000 is what it cost, and they believed in her and invested that money. Well, long story short, it turned out to be an amazing adventure for them. And because of all the people wanting to hold jewelry bars and to hold the opportunity to be in this business, she was asked by Macy's and Dillard's if she would consider having her product exclusively in their store, and the living lockets, and how to build the lockets. Well, she went to a lawyer, and the lawyer said, you can keep doing what you're doing, Bella, with your family, because it's obviously working. You can sell out to Macy's and Dillard's, or you can go ahead and create a direct selling, social selling business. And she thought that was the perfect match for her Origami Owl business. So again, we are 4 years old, and we are excited. We are the fastest growing direct sales company. We have a 500% growth rate in sales as well as designers. We are the number 3 in the nation employing people, which is amazing. We're so excited about that. This company has so much to offer between our mom and daughter teams and all the benefits and incentives that this company has. We have medical and health insurance, dental insurance. We also have incentive trips you can earn. We have so many different opportunities besides just saving money and raising money and sharing and helping with fundraising. The mothers and daughter teams and the son and mother teams have been just amazing to hear their stories and what some of these kids have done. At the Owlette, not at the museum that we had on Thursday at convention, one girl raised $12,000 in her fundraising since she started as an Origami Owl Owlette. So it's not just about making money, it's about changing lives and helping in the community. And these people have just been amazing. So I wanted to share a little bit about that. Now again, you can start at the age of 12, and I always share with people when they have events to invite young teens, tweens and teens to come to hear about the story, because it's been amazing to watch some of these mother-daughter teams. Now they just opened up to the field that you can also have like your aunt be your mentor, help be your guardian per se, or your grandmother. It doesn't matter. So the ages are 12 to 17 for Owlettes, and again, it could be boys or girls because Remember that men are jewelers, and we did just get a new men's line, and a lot of men wear the lockets, the black ones, and the motorcycle charms, and all sorts of things. Baseball, the MLB is now available. There's so many different opportunities. Now the Owlettes just have to have the legal Owlette form signed. They get Owlette support in the back office, and at events they do a big to-do for the Owlettes. Like I said, we had the night at the museum. That was exclusively for them and their chaperone that evening. And of course, Bella's story, because you can touch people with that by being your own teenager, sharing that. Now, when you turn 18, you can still be a team if you want with mother-daughters, or you can, the daughter can just run the business, or the mother can just run the business. You both can be designers as, separately and work together. That's what I do with my girls. Now, number 9 question is, how do I make money? Well, this is the fun part. You can make money at jewelry bars, catalog parties, Facebook parties. Remember, you can do fundraising, and you can do a mixture of those. So you can have some online sales as well as some in person, as well as some at the in-home jewelry bar. We make approximately 39% profitability because our products are at 30% and 50%, so the average is 39%. Of course, you'd make money on repeat sales when people see you posting on Facebook what just came out at convention or what just is available in the new Toms. You also would make commission on your team building, your downline commission. And that's a lot of fun having a team. Like I said, it's not just making money, but it's building those relationships. The average jewelry bar is $550 in sales, so you would approximately make $209 for each jewelry bar. So that's $209 divided by 3 hours, like we talked about, and that would be an average of $70 an hour. That's not too bad, right? And so if you have 4 jewelry bars in a month, you would make a profit of $836 for working 4 times a month. Not too shabby for working once a week, right? Some people set up their jewelry bars where they have like 2 on a Saturday, or 1 on a Friday night, 1 on a Saturday morning. So then that way they get 2 knocked out like within a 24-hour period. So the number 10 question is, how do I get signed up? Well, you can go right to origamiOwl.com and you can put in your designer number of the person that asked you to invited you to this call, or you can go right to their website and you can hit join our team. You want to make sure you have your mentor's number. Remember, the mentor would be the person that invited you to this call or shared the opportunity with you. So you want to start making your list now so you know who to contact. Remember the Frank list, and think about those groups and clubs you're already involved in, the people you're involved in at school and in your community and at your church. You can start your own Origami Owl business today. It's super easy. They ship it directly to you. Summertime is here, and you know what? They just introduced our fall items, and they introduced our new Hostess exclusive. We are on fire, and there are some exciting things coming out. So I'm super excited about you all being on the call. I thank you for your time, and I'm going to go ahead and open it up to live questions. Thank you very much for being on the call. I'm going to stop the call, but hang tight 1 moment.